What's up, everybody? Tim the Collector here on a Wednesday night new comic book day. Only got a few pickups this week, and again I'll detail why that is here toward the end of the video. Got a couple other things to talk about as well, so we'll get right into it. First up, Extermination number 5. Been following this one along. I was not a big X-Men fan as a child, but as you get older, your tastes change, things grow on you. We've got a nice Iceman cover here, followed by, I picked up a few of these because of the Stan Lee 1922 to 2018 markers they've got at the top. I just think that's something cool. That it's nice to have that, you know. My lights are whacked out tonight. I apologize for that. I'm trying a little bit different something in my setup, and I can see already that's not working, so we'll continue to work on making things better. Domino number 9. I just love that cover. There have been a couple of just kick-ass covers in this series, you know. You had the one with Morbius. I went to my local and I had one on my pull box, and they were sold out outside of that. So another real nice cover for that, knocking it out of the park on those Domino covers. And then here we go, last from Marvel, another, you know, Stan Lee marker on that. Defenders, the Best Defense number 1. I don't know if this is a one-shot, a series. I've read the Immortal Hulk. I have read the Silver Surfer. I got about halfway through Namor. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't finish that one. I'm gonna go back and give it another shot, but man, Namor is tough for me. I don't know if he's tough for everybody, but he's Aquaman super heavy, you know. I could see him as a supporting character somewhere, but you make a Namor movie, that'd be tough. You better make it real R-rated and super edgy, because that dude has no charisma whatsoever. All right, that is it for Marvel. Next up, Damage number 12. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna try this. That's a little too far away, unfortunately. We'll just make do, and I'll work on it. Try to make it better. That's all you can do, right? So Damage number 12. I like this series. I think it's good. I'm enjoying it. I think this was one of the books that DC had on the chopping block at one point. I read it in a couple places. I turned the lights out a little bit. I think that's a little better. I don't know. This is a train wreck. Anyway, we'll get through it. Woo, yeah, just like that. So, I think they had this thing slated to go away. I heard or read in a few places, and it's still going. I thought the annual would be it, and this thing would be done. But sticking around, maybe he started getting some following. The writing got a little better. The story got a little more interesting. So basically this character, 59 minutes, he turns into this Damage character, and he can utterly annihilate all, basically. Somebody asked me, if you got 59 minutes, why wouldn't you just fight for, you know, 45 or so and then run away? Because he always ends up reverting back to his regular form and getting captured or taken or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of like a movie though, right? Like, so why wouldn't they do this? Because then you'd have a 5-minute long movie, and that would be over. That would be it. Freedom Fighters number 1. I don't know a lot about this. It's a 12-issue series, $3.99, and I'm a sucker for number 1. I'll try it out. It looks decent. DC Vertigo, American Carnage. I read issue 1. I really enjoyed it. Essentially, it's got a lot to do with the FBI, the Klan. It's basically, I'm not giving anything away here, I don't think, but in the first issue, this gentleman gets recruited by an agent, and to infiltrate the Klan. He's actually half black, African American or black, but he looks white. So it's an ironic twist there that he's gonna infiltrate. So we'll see how that one goes. Interesting story. It's been done probably to death, but we'll see if they can do anything different with it. And last but not least, Batman 61. Don't kill me if this isn't a Mattina cover, but I believe it is. I didn't do a lot of research. I just saw it and said, I don't know, what would Batman say? What would Adam West say? You know, holy shnikes. No, that's not it. That's something else. But anyway, Batman 61. I don't read Batman. I collect detective comics. Notice I didn't say I read them because I'm so far behind. It's ridiculous. But this cover is lit, so I had to get this cover. It's awesome. I think I just buy Mattina stuff because it's Mattina stuff. The covers are beautiful. The art's beautiful. It's not Art Germ. It's not the same as that. You know, Art Germ stuff. Some of that looks like it's real. Like I took a picture of you. You know, but this stuff is not far off from that. You know, it's a little different. He uses the colors and the hues a little better, I think. It's just more. It's more art. It's just more art. So I can appreciate that. I love that stuff. For a while there, I wasn't buying them because it wasn't a book I was reading. But now I'm like, screw it, man. I'm getting this stuff because it's legit. I like it. I also found at one of my local comic shops, and you'll know if you've seen any of my recent videos, I'm very high on this series. So I found another We Stand on Guard, number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and you know, someone always swipes the number 1s. You know what? Because it's a number 1, which sucks. These things are like near mint. They're awesome, and they also had the number 1. So I got them all, and $18, $3 a piece. So I scooped those up. I love it. Last but not least, in a $3 bin, Maximum Carnage Spider-Man Unlimited, fabulous first issue. I've probably got 5, 6 copies of this. This, I don't know, this might have come from the same person because this thing is beautiful, well maintained, super thick board on it. It's awesome. So I'm very happy to have that. This is gonna tie in somewhere. It has to, right? The Maximum Carnage storyline. I feel like it's gonna be a movie. That's me. Let's see what happens, right? So I'm gonna leave that up there because I just like that book. So I wanted to talk about 2 things before I cut out of here. Actually, maybe 3 things. So first, I just wanted to kind of give a heads up. I did have a smaller pull this week. Yeah, I still spent $30. You know, 25, $30. So it's all good. Discount comic book services. I asked in my last video, hey folks, what do you think about that, supplementing your books that way? You get 40-50% off, but you're basically pre-ordering a couple of months in advance, which makes it a little harder. You gotta wait till the end of the month to get your books if you're cheap like me and you just do a one-time shipment, which is what I did. I've got 3 orders in at this point, and I haven't received any yet. I think they just shipped my first shipment. I don't know if I'll get it before Christmas or not, just with everything going on with Diamond Distributing, and I think they have a week off in there for their employees, which it's whatever. These books are already, I've been looking at them on the shelf at the local for the last couple weeks already, so that makes it a little tough because you want to read a couple of them, right? So you can't because Uh, eh, I mean, I guess I could, but what would be the point of buying them in two different places like that? That'd be out of control. But the one thing I wanted to talk about is Hot Book Annihilation Conquest Wraith #1. Which is the first full appearance of Wraith, a Kree warrior. And it sounds like this is going to be an individual that shows up in the Donny Cates Guardians of the Galaxy, Dark Guardians of the Galaxy, I think it might be called. The character doesn't have a lot of build up. It hasn't been really fleshed out, so that's one to grab if you can get them. You know, Annihilation Conquest Wraith #1 or Conquest Prologue #1. Grab those while you can. So you got a cameo, which is it's just a very brief face scene appearance type thing, and then the first full is in Conquest Wraith #1. Annihilation Conquest Wraith #1. So grab those books up. And last but not least, being that I'm going to do some more purchases through discount comic book services and kind of supplement my local, my weekly pulls will be a little lower, so I'm looking for some different content. So one of the things I'm going to try to put out there for you folks is you buy books on eBay, you never know, buyer beware type of thing, right? So I'm going to start a series. I'm doing a series right now. First one will be up here as soon as I get the first set of books. But I ordered the same book from 4 different eBay sellers, varying ranges of seller ratings, 100,000, 50,000, 30,000, and a couple thousand, and various feedback ratings. And we'll get them. We'll dissect the packaging. We'll look at the book. Does it meet the criteria of the description? How fast did they ship? What was the communication level like? What was the packaging? Did it warrant the price for the packaging? Is the book in good condition? And what kind of price did you get on it? And I hope to do a few of those, because I've had some really good experiences on eBay, and I've had some pretty poor ones too. So just to get those out there, I'll go over the criteria. I'll go over who the sellers are that I purchased the books from, so you get an idea. I'm going to go after some of the big ones as well, and see how they stack up against some of the smaller ones. So if you have somebody you recommend that you'd like me to review their packaging, their content, I guess how they are as a seller on eBay, shoot me a suggestion and I'll throw it in there. And I'll be honest, nobody's paying me anything, so I'm going to be 100% with you. I'm going to keep it 100. So throw those requests out. I'll see what we can do. Again, until next time, peace.